Hi, this is Lee Garrett and welcome to another edition of Screencasts Online. We've had 2 weeks now looking at Alfred, so I thought it would be good today to take a look at a native application that the majority of us use on iOS and iPadOS, and that's Safari. Now, we all know how to browse and search for sites and pages. However, there's a lot of configuration and a lot of features that can be enabled that may just be sitting idle. So I thought I'd gather some of those together into a kind of guide to using Safari on your mobile devices. Now, a lot of these features are available on macOS as well. So even if you don't use an iPhone and only use macOS, it's still worth checking this video out. First of all, let's take a look at a feature that's available throughout iOS and is often forgotten. Now, because most people have Safari on their home screen or in their dock, it's a perfect candidate for long pressing the icon to easily access some controls from here. Now, Require Face ID could be something that you want to use if you really want to protect your search history and content. Because when you pass your phone to someone, they're not going to be able to open Safari at all. Of course, you can do this with any application, but it could be especially useful with Safari. Then you can tap here to get direct access to your reading list and scroll through to find something you want to quickly read. Then if I come back, long press again, you can get to your bookmarks directly from here as well. And then finally, you can long press to quickly open either a private tab, which we'll cover later, and a new standard tab. So don't forget the long press here. I use it a lot, particularly for getting to my bookmarks. Okay, I'm not going to look at the basics of searching for content. That's not really worth our time. I'm going to make the assumption that we're comfortable with that. However, consuming content on a page and improving your browsing experience, well, that is worth covering. Now, here we have an article on The Verge, which is a site that I love. I read their articles daily. It does have a lot of ads though, which is fair. I'm reading this content for free after all, so I'm okay with that. It's certainly not a complaint, but there is a lot there and it would be nice to be able to read this article without them. So before we look at that, just one quick tip here. If you need to get to the top of a page, if you just tap at the top, it takes you straight back there. So not something I actually realized before recording this video. Now I'm going to come down here and tap on the left of the search field here. And then up here, I'll tap on Show Reader. And this takes the web page and it removes all of the cruft from it. So it gives me a much easier reading experience. You can see as I come down here, it's a lot smoother, it's easier on the eyes and lets me focus on the content. If I tap here again, I've got a couple of buttons here that allow me to adjust the font size. So I'll just make this bigger for my failing eyes or reduce it back down. Then I'll come back again and I can adjust the page color here. So we have sepia, we have dark, and then finally black. Myself, I have this set to sepia because there's something about this that takes me back to my days of reading articles with Instapaper in a lovely sepia tone. It kind of puts me in a reading mode. I just love how this looks. Now I'll tap once more. And then up here, you can also change the font that the page is displayed in. So there's certainly lots of customization here to ensure you can consume the content in a manner of your choosing. And then to come out of reader mode, just tap, select hide reader, and you're back.